guys, my name is Valeria Contreras and today we will be showing you all the types of machines that are going to be available for you to use on your TSA projects. First off, we have the Markforged printer. As you can see here, it's a very unique printer since it's a 3D printer. It is extremely easy to use and highly recommended for all users who have never used a 3D printer. It is the perfect opportunity to learn how to use the 3D printer in order to move on to a highly more complex 3D printer. First off, you're going to want to remove the cover of the printer and remove the tray. Next, you're going to want to apply glue to the entire surface of the tray. Next, you're going to want to place the tray inside the printer and close it for safety reasons. Turn on the power and place your USB. Open the cover and click on the USB as well as the project you want to print. Make sure to completely close the printer. Next, the printer will start printing your project. It will first print a black line indicating that it is going to start. Next, open the printer and take out the tray with your 3D components. Carefully remove all 3D components. If you have a hard time, remove with a scraper. Next, you're going to want to clean the entire tray by using a water bottle. Remove the excess glue with a scraper.
My name is Andres Iglesias and I'm here to explain how to use the HP Designjet. The HP Designjet is a large printer that can be used to print out your designs on large pieces of paper that normally could not be achieved through a normal printer. Now, the first step to printing is to open up the left side panel. This panel contains the ink cartridges. You have to make sure that these cartridges are in place and full. Now your second step is to feed your paper from the roll. Now you open up the back and you load the paper into there, and it should catch onto it. And then you close the panel. Next, you select the paper that you are using. Now for this we are using plain paper, and then you open up the net on the bottom that will be used to catch your paper. Next, you grab your USB that has the design on it and you connect it to the printer. You select USB and then choose your file. From there, you make sure that all the settings are how they're supposed to be. For example, changing it to color or grayscale. After that, you click Start and then you go to Job Queue and you select your document and you click Resume Printing. The machine should start printing and it will cut it by itself, falling onto the net.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Cesar Mesa speaking to you across space and time to tell you about Chapin's very own Epilog Laser engraver. As you can no doubt infer, it's capable of cutting and engraving designs onto a variety of materials, from fiberboard to acrylic panels. To get started, you must first make sure that the device is connected to your computer from which you will be working. Other than that, it is necessary to absolutely take safety precautions and turn on the extractor. Otherwise, you risk intoxicating yourself or burning down the building. Alrighty, let's take a look inside this bad boy. So, you can easily remove the panel by flipping over the ruler-like segments, and Miss Cook should have a different bed, both of which have different functions. For example, this hexagonal one is usually used for cutting, while the other one is usually used for engraving. Go ahead and flip back those ruler-like segments to secure it in place, and bada bing bada boom, you're ready to go. But other than that, you're going to go ahead and start a new blank document unless you are working on something else. And on this little screen, you're going to go ahead and define the dimensions of your piece. Make sure that you follow them exactly. So for this example, of course, we're going to be putting some conservative estimates of 2.5 inches by, 2.5 inches. That sounds about right. Alrighty, from there you can go ahead and go into your documents and import an image, a JPEG, whatever you would like to put. And for this example, we're going to pretend that we have a project due for Miss Lawson's class, US History. You're doing something on the Cold War. Make sure that whenever you're accessing a file, however, you copy and paste it. From there, you can go ahead and access the menu from which you will actually input all of the options for your engraving. Use vector for cutting, raster for engraving, and it combined to achieve a combination of the two. Make sure you always select autofocus and set your piece size to, of course, your piece size. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's pretty self-explanatory. Of course, this little bar here will determine the resolution, and the power and speed will be altered depending on the material that you're using. Usually the lower the speed, the deeper the cut. Usually your instructor should have a documented list of specific speed and power combinations for specific materials, but for the sake of this, we're just gonna get it to 42. That sounds like a good number. Select print, and you go ahead and press go on your laser engraver, and there you go. In the case of an emergency, if you realize you're going to burn the building down, make sure you press stop and reset. This will indubitably reset the test bed from which you can make any adjustment. If you want to avoid a charred appearance on your part, cover it with some masking tape or use a very fine spray of water. Proceed to put it in, and look at her go. Just don't stir too much, because that is a very high-powered laser. And also, I don't think I should tell you that you shouldn't open the cover while you're doing this. Common sense, folks. By the way, this is important. You need to make sure that your JPEG, or whatever image you're engraving, is a pure black and white image. I think I should just be quiet and let you guys enjoy this, but no. I like to be a narrator. I should start doing my voices here. Розметали яблуни гружні, поплили тумани на рогож. By the way, there is a specific function for cutting in which you must draw your outline or whatever it is you're going to cut and select hairline. Of course, you can alter the amount of copies that you want, and usually this is excellent for multiple passes that you'll need, specifically when cutting, which we're going to do right here. Oh yeah, and watch out for fire. You're going to probably have to bullet it out sometimes. Trust us, we know. And there you have it. You're not going to fail Miss Lawson's class, and you just learned how to use the laser engraver. Make sure you turn off the extractor, unplug the machine, and you're good to go.